Well, Jai has 970 marbles and B has 20 times as many. So to find out the number of marbles in B, we'll just multiply by 20. So what we can do because this is to be done without calculators, we can simply take 2 times 97. And look at this, we have 2 zeros here. So take it as multiply by 100. So basically what I do is add 2 zeros to my final answer after multiplying 97 and 2. So the working doesn't have to be too complicated if you know this trick. Order of operations here, we'll focus on what's between the parentheses. So we'll focus on 501 minus 51, so that's 450, followed by, so we see plus and multiply, we'll multiply first. So you can take 6 times 45 and whatever the answer is, add another 0 to it. So from here it's just addition to be done, 2704. So we're going to multiply the fractions together, so that's 3/5 times 2/8, and we can see that we can simplify 2 over 8 to 1 over 4, so we work with smaller numbers. Then top times top, we get 3, bottom times bottom, we get 20, and that is the simplest form, so 3 over 20. So YJ watched her favorite program for this number of actual hours every day from Monday to Friday last week. How many hours did she spend on her favorite program? So that's from Monday to Friday, that's 5 days, so we'll multiply by 5. That means the numerators will multiply, giving us 25 over 6. So here we are dealing with an improper fraction to a mixed number, and 4 and 1, 6. So this is a number pattern question sequencing. Now the first thing I notice is that one group has 4 numbers. What do I mean by that? So you read the sequence here, 9578, 9578, 9578. So here I consider this to be one group, 9578, has 4 numbers. So what is the 117th number? The question I ask myself now is, how many 4s are there in 117? And it turns out there are 29 groups of 4 and a remainder of 1. So the thing about this question is, when the remainder is 1, we actually choose the first number in the sequence, and in this case the first number is 9, therefore the answer is choice number 4. So from words to numerals, so 880,000, so 880,000, 292, so 292 ones, and add them together, and here's your answer. This is a division question and we want our answer as a mixed number. So division actually can be written as a fraction bar like so. And then I'll take 35 and write that as a nice multiple of 6, which is 30, followed by 5. So here 30 divided by 6 gives me 5 wholes, and this is a remainder 5, and it can be written like that. Write 1 whole and 7 over 25 as a decimal. So the fact that the denominator is 25 makes our life actually quite a bit easier. So it's one of those nice numbers, so-called, that we can turn into 100. So 25 times 4 gets us 1 whole 28 over 100, and because the denominator is 100, we have 2 decimal places here, so 0.28, 1.28. Product. So when we look at product, we think of multiplication of 2 numbers is 20,700. So think of this as one of the numbers is 60, so 60 times a mysterious number is this. So what we can do to find the number is to use division. So we take 20,700 divided by 60. To simplify the problem, we can cancel 1 0 each from the top and bottom, leaving us with this. Because I'm doing this without calculators, I think to myself, what's a nice big multiple of 6 that I can remove from this? It is 1800. That means I'm left with 240 and 30. So 240 is chosen because it's also the next nice multiple of 60 that I can use, followed by 30. Oh, turns out everything here can be divided by 6 very nicely. So that's 345. And that's the quotient, which means the missing number is 345. Mutu bought a laptop. He paid $390 first and a monthly amount of $300 for 12 months. So what's the total cost of the laptop? To the problem basically is the 390 here as a deposit, followed by 12 payments of $300. So the total cost is these two added together. And therefore we have 3,600 plus 390, followed by the total cost, 3,990. 6 runners in a relay team, each runner 3/4 of a kilometer. What was the total distance run by the team? So if one runner ran this, 6 runners, we would multiply this by 6. So we have this situation here. Think of 6 as 6 over 1. And why we do that is to see that we can simplify diagonally. Now, of course, if you have experience, you don't even have to do this step. Yeah, just straight away simplify 6 and 4. Here we'll take the top, multiply by the top, that's 9. The bottom, 1 times 2, that's 2. That gives me 4.5 kilometers. Susie had some rice at first. Oh, I don't know what that is. She used 1/8 actual kilograms. This is not not units, this is an actual number of kilograms, and bought 5 or 6 actual kilograms of rice. So that's a subtraction, and this is an addition. She ends up with this amount. How many kilograms did she have at first? Express your answer in the simplest form. So we don't have to convert to grams at all. Alright. The diagram that I use is this to basically visualize the situation. So we are told she used this, she bought this, she ends up with this. What did she have at first? So this is where we actually work backwards. So let's pretend she had not bought this, which means we'll take this minus 5/6 kg, and let's pretend she had not used this, which means we'll now, instead of subtract, we will add 1/8 kg, and we will arrive at what she had at first. So let's execute, shall we? So working backwards, 7/8 kilograms, we will subtract 5/6, and then we will add 1/8. And what we have here is therefore a need to convert every denominator here to the same number, which is 24. Okay, so 8 times 3 gets us 24, 6 times 4 gives us 24. And from here, we can go from left to right. So 21 units minus 20, that's 1 unit. And then add these two up, that's 4 out of 24. Simplified will be 1/6 kilograms. Next. So we have 3-point, 5-point, 10-point targets. Bobby hit 12 and scored 62 points altogether. So this is actually a guess and check question. So I'll form the normal table. 3-point targets, 5-point targets, 10-point targets. We are looking for a total of 62 points as we guess and check. Bearing in mind, we have to account for 12 targets. So let's make a first guess. The first guess could be 4, 5, and 3. That adds up to 12. So what happens here? So 4 3-point targets. So that's 4 times 3. How many points that is? 4 times 3. 5 5-point targets. So that will be 5 times 5. And 3 10-point targets. So that's 3 times 10, giving us 67 points, which is a bit too many points than what we are looking for. So we need to reduce the number of points. So let's make another guess where we maybe play around with these two. And it turns out that when I decrease the 10-point targets by 1 and I increase the 5-point target by 1, we do have 62, which is exactly the number of points that we are looking for. Now, there are many ways to do this. This is just one of the ways. Question, how many 3-point targets did he hit? Well, looking at this, the answer is 4. And yeah, that's about it. Quite a simple paper overall. Only a few level 2 questions. Hope you found this useful.